We live, we live. We live, huh?
Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, want to give all honor, glory, and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. All right, it's GMS Pittsburgh out here once again through the grace and mercy of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, and another street teaching. All right, and there's many different things going on. You know, a lot of things going on, man. You know, we in some beautiful, times and some suspenseful times, man, because things just popping off everywhere. You know, wars, rumors of wars. You know, people killing their baby mamas and the baby mama family for a stimulus check. You know, you got all type of stuff going on out here. All right, the people are still caught up in folly. But you know what's about to happen? This place is about to be fucked up. Okay, that's just the plain black and white about it. Okay, so in these times, man, we just gotta focus on what's important. Okay, there's a lot of things that's gonna try to distract you. Okay, and take you out of the spirit. And the most important thing you can do is just focus on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You got ups, you got downs. Focus on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Y'all got pre's up?
Yeah, I got this article I'm going to pull out. It's from nytimes.com. It says, Walmart becomes largest U.S. vaccine provider to join push for digital vaccination credentials. People who get the Crown Royal 19 shots at thousands of Walmart and Sam's Club stores may soon be able to verify their vaccination status at airports, schools, and other locations using a health passport app on their smartphones. The retail giant said on Wednesday that it has signed onto an international effort to provide standardized digital vaccination credentials to people. The company joins a push already backed by major health centers and tech companies, including Microsoft, Oracle, Salesforce, Cerner, Epic Systems, the Mitri Corporation, and the Mayo Clinic. Walmart is the first huge-scale administrator of vaccines that is committing to giving people a secure, verifiable record of their vaccinations, said Paul Meyer, the chief executive of Common Project Foundation, a non-profit in Geneva that has developed health passports apps. We think many others will follow.
Yep. Hey, and you see it, man. That's the framework for the MOB, man. Just coming through, being pushed even more. You know, it's funny that the bro brought that article out because we didn't really have nothing through the spirit. We just started bringing it out. I just got to seeing this. What was it? It was a video out in China. Okay, they've already implemented digital currencies. Okay, and they're controlled by the government. They're issued by the banks that control the currency. Okay, so it's all trackable by the government, and they use the phone to scan it. Okay, much like it said, it's an app on your phone that will be able to verify that you're vaccinated or whatever you want to call it. All right. Now, I had a thought the other day while I was at the store. I was using my phone to scan this barcode for like a receipt on the email, and it had trouble scanning. Now, everything that's made in this society is made through planned obsolescence. They make something, and what that means is they plan for it to be obsolete after a while. You buy a new iPhone, and then the next year they got a new one, and that old one is rendered obsolete. You buy a low-level vacuum cleaner, and in another year, or maybe even half a year, you need a new one. Okay? They plan for certain things. Now, we switched to plastic being pushed, right? Mm-hmm. And then what happened? Now the card don't want to swipe. You know, they got the chip on the card, chip malfunction. Have that happened to y'all, brothers?
Yeah.
The chip malfunction 3 times in a row. Then you got to go back to sliding. Mm-hmm. Then they're gonna say, well, that's not efficient. That's there's certain things like that. Let's switch to something else.
Right.
You see? Then the phone don't want to scan. Oh well, we need some better technology. Yep. It's gonna be real easy to just go straight to the chip.
So like I was gonna say, they're using people's dependency on their system to really get them, man. Yep. That's how a lot of people gonna fall from this devil, man.
Yeah.
Because they're dependent on them instead of the Most High, and specifically the Israelites, man.
Another term that they got is called universal income. Mm-hmm. Okay, so imagine how when they start doing the unemployment, the SSI, welfare, the whole like the food stamps and things like that. It's all going to have to end up being on what? Their whole universal system. Now I'm gonna get this, the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Okay, and this is what we see. We see the plan that this devil is about to bring upon the planet Earth. Okay, while folly is set in great dignity, as the brother was saying, right? Because the folly is set in great dignity, and while the rest of the world is being deceived by this folly, see, we in the know, so we ain't deceived by this madness. Okay, we in the know. We actually know what's taking place. Hey, can you get Isaiah 33 verse 6? So the scriptures talk about wisdom and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
It's Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Right. There's two things we could touch on that. The fear of the Lord is not being pushed and promoted throughout the earth. Actually, the things of opposite of fear is being pushed and promoted and exalted. Okay? And being stable. When you're stable, ultimately you're supported. Okay? And you people are not going to have that support that you're looking for in the times that is coming. Because why? You trusted in the shadow of Egypt.
I got the precept right here.
Go ahead, bro.
Right. This is Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1. It says, Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit.
Right, example of that is you people take counsel from this devil, right? Say like when we try to have a conversation with a family member, we talk about, let's say we talk about it too on a health level. All right, well look, use this herb, use that herb, okay? Make a type of herbal tea or something like that, okay? They say, you know what? No, we're gonna trust in the devil. Let's trust his witchcraft. Let's trust his pharmaceutical market, right? Or we say, well, look, the Most High put these different creatures on the earth that was intended to clean the earth, okay? Like a pig it's a land cleanser. It's a human. It's an animal garbage disposal, just like shrimp, crab, lobster, crawfish. I seen a Jake woman. Brother put it on there as a farmer was doing not a science experiment, but just showing you how filthy pigs are. And he said they can't be cleansed unless they reach a height of, he said, like 400 degrees Fahrenheit, something crazy. All right, which people can't. People don't even got nothing that can get to that level unless we're talking about missiles.
This
Right?
shit gonna burn before you go ahead.
Right. So what she say? What is the famous? Not even just the nigga woman, but the famous 2/3 mindset. She said, you know what? After seeing the video, if I'm breaking it down and explaining it, of what can happen to you and what could take place, all this, for her to say, well, you know what? It just tastes so good. There's no way I'm gonna give up pig and there's another one called prawn or
Prawns?
what is it? Prawns?
Prawns, that's a form of shrimp.
Okay, I never heard of that. So she was like, I'm never giving up prawns. And I'm like, see, that mindset, can you read that, what you said, the fear of the Lord is the treasure again, by Book of Shaw?
Isaiah chapter 33 verse 6.
Yeah.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, the strength of salvation.
Yeah.
The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
The fear of the Lord is his treasure. But see, with her making these type of statements, showing you what? That she does not have any fears. Okay? Go ahead, bro. You got it, bro.
Con, so I got a precept right here. Okay, going into the aged women. All right. All right. 1 Timothy 5 and 6. I'm gonna just get to the point. It says, "But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth." All right. And see, the thing about the flesh is it likes being pleasured. It likes being satisfied, and that's what leads you into a lot of different things, a lot of trouble. Okay. Even lawful things, if you do it in excess, okay, like it says, all things are lawful, but all things are not expedient. Now the flesh loving pleasures, it's not unlawful to eat a certain, clean foods. But if you overindulge, it can lead you not down the right path. You see what I'm saying? So that woman living in that pleasure, she chose that pleasure, but it says what? She's dead while she living. She's a dry bone, okay, and she's in the congregation of the dead.
God, she chose the pleasures of sin, which lasts for a season, because this place is going to be destroyed.
That's right.
I got one, back you up. Ecclesiastes 37 verse 30. So you say, even the things that are lawful for us to eat too much access, what you can get sick from it, right? So Ecclesiastes 37 verse 30, for excess of meats bringeth sickness, and suffering will turn into choler.
Suffering will turn into choler. So just doing anything in excess can be bad for you. You could die of excess of salt, excess of water, even.
That's to be a perfect balance.
Yeah, there's got to be a balance. That's right.
Yeah, so how much more now? How much more now with us eating the defiled food among the Gentiles, with the food on a defiled level that it has ever have been before? How much more now? Bro, you're going to get sicker 30 times faster. And this is talking about even in the ancient times. And we didn't eat that much meat even before. So they said, look, don't eat that much meat because you can get sickness. But how much more now, though, bro?
It's even worse now. Meat already causes an acidic environment in your body, and takes a long time to break down, especially red meat. Okay, and it just messes your bowels all up. Have you stinking, all type of stuff.
Yeah.
So, now add on top of that antibiotics and the poor diet that the animal goes through. It's not grass fed, typically.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that we eat is carcinogenic. They cause cancer.
That's right.
Because the animals have not been taken care of properly.
That's right.
That's why I was sitting here with a mean mug on my face. I'm like, bro, that's Babylon, bro.
Right. So that woman's through, man.
Slucky.
Okay. Oh, you good? There was another precept I had pulled up.
Let's see. Go ahead, bro. Slop,
No, you good. It was just a precept backing up, where it says the fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Yep.
Psalms 51:17 says the sacrifices of the Most High are a broken spirit. A broken and contrite heart, O Most High, that will not despise. Okay, so that's how that's fearing Yahweh Shem Yahushua, having a broken spirit towards him. Okay, being broken. It says a horse not broken become a strong will, or self-will, right? Yep. Which is talking about the correction of a child. The Lord, and it says in the scriptures, whom you love, he chastises, man. So you not accepting the correction, being of that rebellious house, whereof it says, why should you be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. Okay, well, you're gonna be. That's not the fear of the Lord right there. Okay.
Because these people take counsel of E in this system, right? The modern day Egypt. Right, the modern day Pharaoh, okay. When the time of judgment comes, you're gonna try to lean on that, and it's gonna crumble. You're gonna see that your refuge is all messed up, man.
Got it? Go ahead.
This is it's the same chapter.
36 and 6. Yeah, right?
36 and 6.
Yeah.
Or you mean 30 and 6?
No, 36.
No, it's 36 and 6.
Oh, okay.
There is one in that one too.
Yeah,
but
that's
the one
what
in
I-
36 and 6. Okay. That goes exactly to what you said.
That's what I thought you were saying.
Yeah, I
Slop.
thought you
Go
were
ahead, bro.
pulling out.
I'm
Let's
pulling
get you.
out. 30 and 6. I'm right here. 36.
One we talking about is 36. Definitely 36 and 6. But you can read yours first.
Yeah.
So like I was going to a
Okay,
36
Kyle, you said
and 6 is what
I
I
got the
meant.
one 30 for you.
You got 30. He got 30.
Come on.
Right, 36 and 6. It says, "Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed."
Broken reed, bro. Now, a staff is, see, I'm supposed to be letting you talk, man.
Oh, you-
Because a staff is for support.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Just like an old person that's elderly, they can't walk, they
got that
use
cane.
a cane. Okay, if you break your ankle or you mess up your leg, you use what? Crutches. Okay?
Your cane fucked up. If you try
So-
to put your weight on there,
Right.
if that
Now-
shit crack, you gonna get fucked up.
So now Jake, look at us. We already in a handicapped position. Why are we saying we handicapped? Get Deuteronomy 28 verse is it 56? Because we got to go to the devil for the one of all things.
Oh, bro, and I was thinking, you grab it.
So we handicapped, bro.
I was holding it.
We ain't in power.
I was
We
holding it.
in captivity. Then we under the worst rulership that we ever have been in. We completely handicapped, bro.
God.
So this is one of the terms that the nigga woman was using. She was like, so how do you feel as a black man that you have to work for the white man and this and that? And I'm thinking, you stupid Eve. I'm like, we gotta go to them for one of all things. Ain't nobody talking about that weave that's all up in your head. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody talking about the job and the position you got. Cause guess who you got that from? Eve. Eve let you get that for the purpose of to continue to destroy in low value the Israelite man, because that's who it's really about, to destroy the Israelite man. Yes, man in a whole, because they trying to wipe the straight man out completely.
Oh yeah, so
But let's start with the Israelite man. Go ahead, bro. Deuteronomy 28.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48.
Okay. That's dope.
Come on, yep. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 48. It says, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things.
Hey, so this is the reason why we're in the condition that we're in, Jake. You so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. And also you ones that's going through the same problems that we going through all across the world. Whose lineage go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Sure. Right? Why? Because going back to what? We was disobedient because ultimately we didn't what? We didn't fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. There you go. See how the scriptures is tying together? So now we are made handicapped. Now we're handicapped because now we have to lean on the serpent for what? Support.
yep.
He's our staff for real. Right?
Right.
Go ahead.
And that also go in the scriptures going into how we were fled here, we was nourished here too.
I was just
We was nourished.
bring it out. Hey, bro. The water, because I was just thinking out in my head. I'm like, I'm like, what scripture was it? That's exactly what it is.
Was we gonna go back to the read?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Go ahead, bro.
Come on. Continue on in verse 48. And it reads, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until... Oh, Salah.
Start it over, bro.
Okay, come on. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Right, so he put a yoke of iron on our neck. Okay, until he destroyed us. But we have to go through him for the want of all things. So literally, no matter where, however you want to try to pull it or push it or which way you want to go, we still got to lean upon Eve. Jake's still talking about, well, what's build black wealth? Okay, build black wealth. But guess who you got to get the money from? Guess how you got to get the loans from? Who everything goes back to? It's going to go back to Eve because this is his system. This is his setup. People still wondering why, well, you know, another statement, Jake, because this is what happens when you're in a congregation of the dead. He said, well, why can't black men or why can't these entertainers all come together and put their money together and do something? And she was like, this is the nigga Kevin Samuels, right? The nigga woman Kevin Samuels, who, if you don't know who Kevin Samuel is, you look him up. But this is a woman trying to be like him, but the woman version, but butchering the Israelite man.
Oh damn.
So she said, why can't black men or entertainers come together and put their money together? Why? Because you're under the serpent, the system of the serpent. He does not allow you to do these things.
Yeah. A perfect example, well, what happened when Bill Cosby tried to buy, NBC?
It was NBC.
NBC, nothing but crackers. Okay, and then what happened when Jay-Z and them tried to go out of the country unauthorized?
Yeah.
They shut that shit down.
Like LeBron,
They got money.
like LeBron he's about to buy a portion of a baseball team, right?
Yeah, the Red Sox.
Right? But see, the devil that's little shit to make you people think like, you see, we winning. No! That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Because guess what, Jake? You supposed to have this whole world. This whole world belong to us. Okay?
The
So
world be made for our sakes.
Our sakes.
Why didn't we not possess an inheritance
with the
the
world?
heathens?
That's right.
right. Handicap done with that. Okay. So we can jump back. Yours and then take over. Oh no. The nourished one. The nourished one.
I got it right here. I got it. You want to start at the top? Get the woman.
Get the point where we is nourished. Just because to back it up for us, like, you know, we's handicapped, but the Lord, you know what I'm saying, gave us that little bit of help for real, bro. Because we in a better position than actual slavery. You know what I'm saying?
All right, this is Revelation chapter 12 and verse. I started at verse 5. It says, and she brought forth a man child who was to rule all nations with the rod of iron, and her child was caught up unto the Most High to his throne. Right, which that's talking about Yahushua. Okay, he's gonna rule with the rod of iron. All right, and he went up to the spiritual realm. All right, it says verse 6, and the woman, which represents Israel, fled into the wilderness, where she hath a place prepared of the Most High, that they should feed her. There 1,200 in 70 days. So
Yeah.
that's over here in America, man. Okay, we've been nourished up over here, man.
Yep.
You know, the Lord still sustained us. That's why the scripture also says what you weren't sold to the nations for your destruction, but because you moved the Most High to wrath. So we're not destroyed as a nation. We're still here. You know, so the Lord sustained us until the time of judgment.
Yeah, and I believe that Apostle Remlog just did an update on that.
Yeah, he did an update. Jumped to
He said
14.
that goes into what, 300 years
350 years.
of the slavery.
Yep.
Slavery, yeah.
Yeah, 14. Yep.
So chapter 14.
Yep.
Verse 14. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might flee into the wilderness. Okay, there it is. Into the wilderness, into her place where she was nourished for a time and times and half a time from the face of the serpent.
Right. So where's the wilderness at?
Oh wait, the wilderness. That means-
Wilderness, Africa.
Africa.
And we was nourished for a time. Where's that at? America. Ain't the same place. Good.
Right.
Because this is where we nourished at. And this is where we lean upon a serpent. Even though we're handicapped, this is where we're nourished at.
Yeah, face of the serpent.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, yeah. That's how it's
Sounds about right. I gotta brush up on that one. That's why Apostle Hart says stay in them breakdowns, man. All through the spirit. Stay in them breakdowns. We ready to go back to Isaiah?
Yeah, it's on you.
I had a point.
You
You
want
read it again?
Isaiah 36. It's Isaiah chapter 36 and verse 6. It says, "Lo, thou trustest in the staff that is of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him."
All that trust in him. Wow. So it says you trust in the staff of this broken reed, right? So the staff represents rulership, right? In the reed, there's another thing that's likened unto the reed, which is the scriptures. In Revelation 11:1, it says, "And there was given me a reed like unto a rod, and the angel stood, saying, Rise and measure the temple of the Most High, and the altar and them that worship therein." Okay, so the reed like unto a rod represents the truth, the scriptures, right? So he's a broken reed. He don't have the truth. Okay, E is a reprobate. Okay, meaning without judgment. He's outside of the temple, profane, right? Outside of the temple. Any vain or profane person, such as Esau. So these people, they're learning the ways of E. They're depending on that, and they're leaning upon it, but it is not going to help them. Okay, their tables being made a snare because they're choosing to trust in E. It says, "So is all them. So is Pharaoh unto all them that trust in him." Okay, so really, it's going to hurt you in the end. You leaning on that broken staff, that reed. You leaning on these beliefs, okay, and that staff is gonna go into your hand. It's gonna stab you because you're gonna find out. Let's say you holding a piece of a staff that's tall like this, and it's not structurally sound, and it breaks, and then your hand just so happens to go. You're gonna fall straight through the fucking ground. The damn staff gonna come through your hand.
It's gonna puncture. Yeah.
You see, and you're gonna be all jacked up. You know, you might bleed out. You know, so is, hey man, so is Esau. Pharaoh unto all them that trust in him. That's the point.
He's dealing with a serpent, dealing with like a dragon. Well, a dragon has a tail. You know what I'm saying? So when he start flinging that tail around, that sharp tail, and he swing hard enough, he gonna puncture you.
Right. Hey, and I got this precept right here because our people are trusting in this devil. You got these stimulus checks coming out, right? People just waiting on their stimulus checks. Oh, the white man ain't so bad. He giving us money. You know, all these different things that our people are getting from this devil, like the scriptures say, a gift destroyeth the heart. You know, you can't trust in that, man. You can't trust in this system. One, because it's going to be destroyed, and two, this devil's going to stab you in your back. This is Psalm chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, and war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were there drawn swords. Right, so no matter how smooth he's speaking to you, okay, about these different things he's gonna try to do to help you, okay, in this pandemic, okay, you're still gonna, if you trust in him, he's still gonna stab you in your back, man.
Yep.
You know.
He puts all these things out as if they're good for you, but really, You know, he's seeking how to, what to say, enemy speaking sweetly with his lips, but inwardly he seeking how to throw you into a ditch.
Yep.
You think he's trying to put you in the grave, man. You know?
He trying to put you in them black coffins.
And then also, too, I had a thought, you know what I'm saying? Just a thought I had, because, you know, he got this jab, you know, and then he is going to turn to the MOB. You know what I'm saying? He also going to stab you in your hand with that.
Oh yeah. I got
Yeah,
a
go
quick
ahead.
set it back up, brother. This is Isaiah chapter 30, and I'll start at the top. It reads, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with their covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt."
Right.
They're,
So, yeah, you good, brother.
right.
So when you go into the word shadow, you know, that goes back into protection, a place where you take refuge. So it says in the shadow of Egypt. So our people, they take refuge in this system, you know. They take refuge in this system that's been set up, you know. So now when this new system comes, right, they're gonna, because they've been so dependent on this devil, okay, they're gonna be they're gonna take that chip, man. They're gonna take the chip ahoy.
That's right.
Okay? They're gonna take that Oreo cookie. Right. They're gonna take it, man. Okay? It's and you know, they're gonna be destroyed. So like your chip ahoy and Oreo cookies are two things.
They both got chocolate.
They got chocolate chips in there.
Oh, man. There's going to be some shit with you now. Psalms 91:1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Okay, and the other precept just came back too. It says, "Ye are of your father the devil." Okay, the works of your father will you do. That was talking to wicked Jakes, man. Okay, so these people, they're fully under, you know, it's like, you know, he said, "I would have gathered you as a hen gathers her chicks," right? The Most High speaking to Israel. Okay, so that's how people is cuddling up under Eve's system, man. They snuggling up, getting nice and toasty up under the wings of the damn wicked. You know what I'm saying? Just loving it. I'm loving it. That's how Jake is when they come to eat. All right? And what's going to find out is that damn eagle, or it's going to bend his beak down inside them feathers and start eating your ass. That's exactly what's going to happen, man. To paint an imagery in your mind. Okay? Because this is a damn snake you're dealing with, man. You know?
Yep.
The precept you just quoted, brother.
Go ahead.
This is John chapter 8. I'll start at verse 43. And it reads, "Why do ye not understand my speech? Even because ye cannot hear my word. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it."
Right, so just touching on the beginning part, it says, "Why can you not understand my speech?" Can you read that part again, brother? Just the beginning.
John chapter 8 and verse 43 says, "Why do ye not understand my speech? Even because ye cannot hear my word."
Even because you cannot hear my word, okay? And why can't they hear the word? Because they trust in evil. Okay, because they chosen to reject the knowledge, the Most High have seared them with a hot iron. And so now they believe so strongly in the philosophies of the devil that nothing you can tell them can snap them out of it. You know? When you sear something when you sear a steak with a hot iron, them juices is locked in until you cut that joint open. Okay? So the Most High is going to have to break Jake in the head, okay? One of many ways that are coming in the future, okay? With the ultimate end all be all being them nuclear missiles, man. Before Jake is going to realize, you know? Like that scripture about the shot, or one of y'all, they must know it by death by pain.
Death by pain.
You told me.
You got it, brother? No, it's not. You can go back to Isaiah 30 and jump down to 9.
Come on. Got you, brother. Go on. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 9. And it reads that this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us.
Right, and that's what they want to hear. You know, our people hate truth on all levels. Now, the bro mentioned that guy, Kevin Samuels. Okay, now he's got he's not in the truth. You know, you can clearly tell by the way he speaks. He's going off, all right, on certain things. But there are certain things where he has very logical reasoning, and it makes sense. Okay, but you see the backlash, especially from women, and then you know you get simp ass niggas who probably hate what he says too. All right. So how much more this truth? Can somebody get that? I've spoken to you of earthly things? Yeah. You know, because there are certain things that are logical and that make sense. You know, as according to what we see right in front of us. All right. But Jake can't even receive that. So how much more when we start talking about spiritual things? Of course they're gonna be like, you know, get that from in front of us. You know, we don't want to hear that. Cause that to cease. You see? Probably should let Tyler. Yeah, you know he quick draw McGraw, man. Go ahead and grab that.
I got it.
All right. So you got quick that was?
Oh, you got it?
That's all it is.
Okay,
That's my quote man right there. Go ahead.
This is John chapter 3 and verse 12, and it reads, if I have told you earthly things, and ye believe not, how shall ye believe if I tell you of heavenly things?
I told you earthly things ye believe not. How shall you believe when I tell you of heavenly things? Of course they're going to say, cause the Holy One of Israel to see from before. That's that Bible stuff. What you mean? It's going back to what we talked about before camp, which we got to be careful how we word certain shit. You know, it's fucking oppression. But, you know, the brother did a video. There was a nigga woman in the background. And, you know, there's this whole backlash of this guy saying he's super straight. You know, which just shows you the sign of the times that we in. All right? But that, you know, of course they're going to say, call the Holy One of Israel to see from before us. Because according to them,
niggas just like that.
Yeah, yup. He ain't even want to walk
He
past.
walked right across the street.
He got right
he
here.
wanted- the Lord manifested an example. He came halfway down the sidewalk and went back to the crosswalk. He said, oh no, there they go with that Bible stuff.
Yep.
I don't want to hear that.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to hear it.
That makes me uncomfortable. What if them people say when that Jude project, on the comment board of that Jude 3 project, that dude Tiggs, on the comment board it was like, or was it, oh no, it was a Vocab Malone.
Okay.
When it was a Vocab Malone supposedly talking to the NFL, there was a guy saying, is this true? Because we really need you. I had a conversation with those BHI, and it was a very disconcerting conversation. The brothers was looking up that word disconcerting. It means discomforting.
Yeah,
it makes you uncomfortable. You see? So yeah, they don't want to hear this. They don't want to. You messing up my vibe. You know, that's how they feel about it. You messing up my. Hey, this is positive vibes only. You ain't gonna tell me what I can't do, what I can't eat. You know, you ain't gonna tell me about them laws. Oh, that's done away with. What do you mean? You see? But not so. All right.
And they say, what you mean America gonna be destroyed?
Right. This is crazy. America ain't gonna be destroyed. I told a guy that, okay, it's a Jake at this little spot I be going to, you know, get certain things done. I told him, hey man, you know, I asked him, you ever heard about the Hebrew Israelites? Sometimes you see somebody so many times, you just be like, you know what, I'm just asking. You know, found the right opportunity. I'm gonna just go ahead and ask him, maybe he heard about it. He seemed kind of cool, you know. I was like, yeah, you ever heard about the Hebrew Israelites? He's like, yeah, I'm not really into religion. But the Spirit had him say, but I don't really know what's gonna happen here. I'm like, this place about to be destroyed. You know what he said? I hope not. I like it here.
Right.
That's exactly what he said.
Right.
That's exactly what he said.
Right. Hey, you can go back to because that's in that same chapter, Isaiah 30
I'm on it
and
right now.
what is it? You can just continue on. You just continue on.
Okay, got it. You gotta read it.
Yeah, so you already got it.
Isaiah 30 and 9, that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits.
Right. So Jake don't want to hear right things, right? They don't want to hear about the destruction that's coming, right? Repenting, coming back into Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, okay? Not committing adultery, you know, not eating abominable foods, okay? They said prophesy lying deceits. They want you to tell them fantasies. They don't want to wake up to reality, okay? A lot of Jake believe that they free, but really you ain't free. You still a slave. Okay? If you gotta work for somebody else, if you gotta work in this society, you're a slave.
Yeah.
Word employee.
Yep. And you know what? I was gonna say the shackles is invisible, but they really ain't even invisible because the scriptures in Baruch, where is it? Baruch 4, I believe.
Baruch 4.
Where we are made subject under payments or
Under
6?
payments?
Well, I forget where it is, but
Uh-huh.
somebody could bring that up. Okay, so it's invisible until you look at your receipt.
Con.
If you ain't a 501c3 or corporation, until you look at your receipt, you see however many taxes come out.
Right.
Well, nigga, there go the shackles right there.
Right.
Okay.
And then they don't enslave you through physical chains, they enslave you through bonds.
Yep.
Okay? Which is these different contracts. Your parents sign you over when you're born to get a birth certificate. And if you don't have that, you can't function in society.
They damn near forced into signing you over. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? Defects hop on it, and what's the, whatever y'all call them, the Children
Yeah.
Protective Services, they hop on
Yeah,
it. And
you don't sign a birth certificate, you're non-existent.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
pretty much.
That's
You
they,
don't exist.
They showed you that on this show called The Outsiders. You know what I'm saying? Dude trying to get in again with his Jake joint, got her pregnant. He's like, look, man, we need to make some money. He's like, cool, I'm gonna get a job. She like, nigga, you ain't getting no job. Like, you don't got a birth certificate. He like, what's that? Like, what is that? Because they've lived on a mountain. They did everything the natural way, like, you know what I'm saying? So after he started mingling with her, we came into her world. So then he like, you know, I'm trying to get right, but it was like it's over with.
Can't do
Like,
nothing.
Can't do nothing.
Yeah, you
right.
don't exist. You worse than an illegal alien. Even they got a paper trail.
Right.
Your ass is through. Hey, you know, in those I saw this video where a guy was using his SSI as a routing number for a bank account, and he actually purchased some stuff on Amazon. So basically, you ain't even if you ain't got an account with them, if you ain't a debt slave, you don't exist to them.
Yeah, you don't right, because there's tons of articles that tell you about these birth certificates actually you being enslaved, you know, and that doesn't fall under the they actually go against their constitution when they do that.
Yep.
You know, so this devil's a hypocrite, right? So they want us to tell them lies and fantasies.
Hey, ignorance is bliss, like that dude. I forget what he was. What was his name? Tank, off of Matrix. Ignorance is bliss, man. His ass wanted to go right back into that Matrix and eat that bullshit, that air, nigga. He was sucking a tube, nigga.
He said, I don't care.
I know it's not real.
No, it's not.
I know it's not real, but I don't care.
Yeah, hologram
delicious.
steak. Yeah, it was a steak.
Yeah, hologram, nigga. An
It's
impulse
not
in your
even-
brain.
It's not, right, it's not
illusion.
even a hologram. It's just the
Impulse in your
neurological. Ah,
Man, just an
Yeah.
illusion on the
and
mind.
he
Yeah.
chose that.
That's the shackles.
That's
Jake.
that's it.
And what happened to him at the end? This nigga died.
Yeah, got put to death.
Yep. You know, so that's Jake for you, man. Jake can be, hey, and then like that Jake on They Live. When they put the glasses on.
It's like, why'd you have to show me this?
Salakia, go back to Revelation 12.
Come on.
Because now it makes sense. When we flee from the face of the serpent, it was into the interiors of West Africa.
Yeah.
Until we got pulled out
Right.
from
by
this
the
devil.
wings, by the eagle
Fleeing
wings.
from the serpent was when we was in 70
70
AD.
AD.
Because that's
Right.
when the Romans came in and sacked the temple.
Yep.
You know, cut everybody off.
Yep.
You know,
Salakia,
starved them out.
Yep.
And that's why the Lord
that's what
in
we saying.
Matthew 24 said to flee
300
into the
years.
mountains.
I'm good. I'll
Yeah,
go
but
up.
I start going into the
What verse you
wilderness
want me to start at, brother?
and fleeing
Oh,
from the
the
face of the
wilderness,
serpent.
yeah.
14. Because you think about it, I'll go about the water. When you think about fleeing from the face of the serpent, when we're here, we ain't flee from the face of the serpent. Once we's here,
We in
here.
front of it. We in front of the serpent.
We in front of the serpent, so we here till the Lord comes. But at the time as we flee in the wilderness and dealing with the serpent, dealing with the dragon, the Roman Empire, we went into the interior of West Africa until prophecy came, until it was time for us to get bread to back up. That's what took place. So can you read it again, Bubba Kashal? Because you know what I'm saying? I'm meditating in my head. I'm reading. I'm like, wait a minute,
time,
wait a minute.
a time
like,
and a half
You know what I'm
a
saying?
Because the other one would have been, the other amount equals the 350 years. But
Yeah,
that time and a half of times.
This
It's different.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 14. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might flee into the wilderness, into her place, where she was nourished for a time and times and half a time, from the face of the serpent.
Yeah, so that's when we was in the interiors, majority in the interiors of West Africa. You know what I'm saying? Because you do got, Jake's shield from scatter in Africa. So, yeah, that's what that's talking about. So, Salakia. But go ahead, that's it. I ain't gonna mess y'all up.
I got the Baruch 3, the subject unto payments.
Yep, it was.
This is Baruch chapter 3 and verse 8. It reads, Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power.
Right. So there go the shackles, like we said earlier, man. You know, like it was mentioned earlier by myself, okay? You look at your receipt, there go the shackles, man. Made subject unto payments, man. Yet this day in our captivity, but we are made subject unto payments, man. And that was in Deuteronomy 28. You should go to your enemy for the one of all things, like the bro brought out earlier. Where you gonna get the money from?
Yep.
Talking about some black wealth.
Yeah.
Well, who prints the money? Who face on that shit? I don't give a fuck if Harry Tubman on about to be on the team. She already on the team between.
I don't think she there yet.
I think some
was talking about it,
somebody it is talking about. I don't know if
I
they
want
put it on
all
there yet.
Tubmans.
Oh, yeah,
You gonna pay me to do a verse? I want all Tubmans.
But that's success to Jake.
But who got put on it? Who got put on the $20 bill, or is about to supposedly? Nigga, woman though.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Not the man.
Right.
Just go to show you like what the bro was mentioning earlier.
Here it is, all these presidents of men. But when you want to put a Jake up there, it's a woman.
Well, see, that's what you got men else push on coming to America. Oh, let's switch the ball game up and switch it from the men, and then let's let the women rule now.
Man,
I ain't even watch it yet, but I heard it. I don't even want to watch it because
Yeah.
I know the narrative and the
I don't either.
bullshit they want to push.
hey, like the first movie, him wanted to leave.
That was cool.
Here it is. He got a woman that's gonna do everything he says. She gonna be in order, right? And this nigga wants to be a simp.
But you gotta,
You did.
Yeah.
but you gotta think though. When you look at this, like, let's go back to even that what they was playing this little African type of BS type of culture. But even though we do got Jakes in Africa that live like royalty, you know what I'm saying? Still keep some kind of Israelite customs to them.
They do
Okay, so it went from that over there, that ancient. We'll just use this, that ancient mindset to Americanized mindset to him coming over here being a simp. That's why his dad was looking at him like, "What's wrong with you, man?" You know what
I
I'm saying?
groomed your ass to be.
Like to have a woman and to have her to be in her right mind like that, that's beautiful. But in today's society, these things are shunned.
Okay.
You know, you shunned like who's being applauded right now? This goddamn whore Saweetie.
Oh man.
Because even she was talking about having a three. The guy asked her about if her man took care of her, did everything she wanted and pleased her, would you allow them to have a threesome? Which that's off.
That's off.
But then this whore, I'm gonna call her what she is, says, you know what? She didn't even pick a woman. She picked another man. So I'm like, oh, so you wanted them to double team you then? I said, if you'd have picked a woman, would have been off. But she done went a horse route, in my opinion, and said, oh, you wanted to get Oreo. You wanted to be cream pie. I'm like, oh man, I said, but this is the life. But this is the life of being pushed, bro. This is black culture, bro. This is being pushed.
Yep.
Right.
Whorism. Lori Harvey. How the hell is Lori Harvey being held in high esteem? And she's sleeping with different men. But see, you know, and Jada Pinkett, what they use it? What was that word? Entanglement, right?
Yeah, she got entangled.
This is another thing America has done. They have sugar-coated the words. Entanglement is a new word for adultery. Dating is a nice word of saying I'm getting beat on.
Getting slammed.
I'm getting beat on.
I'm riding that carousel.
So you say I'm dating. That's the term I use. Even in this day and age now, I wish a woman would use that dating term around me. I'm gonna cut her quick. Oh, that's just a nice way of saying you're getting mocked on. Because that's what's happening to you. They say dating makes them feel better when they say, oh, we just dating.
It kind
Come
of
on,
takes
bro.
away
I'm dating right now.
takes away the guilt.
Takes away the guilt.
It takes away the accountability.
Accountability. Yep.
You know, it does. You know, because it's been promoted to fight against your natural urge to cling onto one man, and for your desire to be unto him.
Yeah. So Slock, I went on a rant. Let me get back. So you talked about that money. And you got something real quick?
Yeah, I wanted to get
Go ahead,
that term for black because he said black culture, man.
Black culture, yeah.
Right? This is the black culture is nothing but wickedness, man.
Yep.
That's all it is. You know? Fucking he made niggas, man.
Niggas, strictly niggas.
Okay? America's the nigger factory.
Facts.
He created black culture.
Yes, he did. Yep. Yeah. What else did he create? African American studies. You stupid niggas.
That's true.
What else did he create? Egyptology.
That's true.
Come on, man.
That's true. Hey, that's funny you mentioned that because I was watching the documentary. I was at this little mechanical spot or whatever. I'm watching the documentary they had playing on Egypt, and who up there talking about Egypt? You think Jake in there? It's all Edomites.
I'm gonna get Proverbs 21 and 16.
Who were the fathers of Egyptology? Look up the fathers of
Bro,
Egypt.
I'm about to get it. I'm about to get it.
Edomites.
Cause you
So-called
niggas,
white people.
you niggas talk so much shit about the Bible, right? You talk all that shit, oh, the white man this, the white man that, right? But everything you get is from this devil. Everything. Who and what is it interpreted? That's not the word I want to use. Basically,
Filter through.
the hieroglyphs. It was a devil. It was a devil,
The
man.
Rosetta Stone.
It was from the Egyptian language to Greek.
Who was it?
And and then
The Ptolemy.
Ptolemy that.
and look, we're gonna let you bring this scripture out. And just another point to make that shows you niggas be stupid. The brother brought out a point that Muhammad was a so-called white dude, and the nigga got mad. Oh,
Last week.
disrespect the whole
you disrespected Islam. How, nigga? I'm telling you the truth. The who you follow is a devil, but you believe he's someone of your color. You stupid, nigga. You niggas are stupid, man. Hate you niggas, man.
Boy, side his children.
Because he tried to argue with us and get mad because you told him that who he looked
Muhammad
up
was
to
a
was a
white man.
devil.
Yeah, you find it written in the what is it in the Surah? I can't remember, but it says that he went to look for Muhammad. They said, "Oh, he's that white man leaning upon the ass or whatever he was doing. Nigga was chilling. He was an Edomite, you know. Yo, there's Muhammad right there, white guy.
I
You
got a
know.
quick precept back
Go
there.
ahead.
This is Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. And it reads, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children."
Right. Okay, so you rejected knowledge. So the Most High has rejected you, and He's gonna reject your children. That you know, you just gonna be sottish and foolish and just perishing. You know, the congregation of the dead, man. I got something.
Yeah, I got some. I got two of them, just who we brought out. The father of Egyptology is Jean Francios Champollion. I think he's a he's French.
Jean-Francois Champollion.
What's his name? Jean-Francois. You niggas don't even know how to pronounce that shit right. You niggas follow that shit.
Francois.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't, bro. This is what we gonna start doing to you stupid niggas, right? This is what we're gonna start doing. We're gonna start asking you these questions. We ain't even gonna argue with y'all no more. We just gonna say, well, who's the father of Egyptology? And if you can't answer that, we done. If you can't answer who's the father of African American studies, we done.
Yeah, so what skin color was Muhammad?
You know what I'm saying? We done. I'm tired of you niggas coming up here trying to discredit the Bible, talking about the white man this, white man that, but everything you follow, everything you have learned, everything that you have adopted to yourself was from this devil. Everything. But as we start to get this truth, we said, oh, we sharing his bullshit off. Oh. Oh, hell no.
We no longer trusting in that knowledge that they try to give us.
Right.
That false knowledge.
Right,
Through the code in the Matrix, man. Y'all niggas just a bunch of Agent Smiths, man. You know how Agent Smith could hop on anyone in there
Yeah,
in the
they
Matrix
turn
and
into
just
a Matrix.
and then just start chasing after the people that was awakened. That's your niggas, man. You know, because y'all do the will of y'all father the devil, like we brought out earlier, man. You know, y'all come against the truth. Sometimes, most times, harder than he will. What you mean the white man can't be saved? Oh, you niggas.
Oh, I can't find the two devils.
Jesus is love.
Anybody find it? The two devils of African American studies?
I'll look it up. Brother, look for it.
I got it. It ain't Carter G. Woodson. It ain't him. It's two devils for sure.
You get that
I got
precept
the-
for you?
Yeah, what's the black? You got precept.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Read the episode.
Okay. Yeah, the adjectives for black.
Egyptology? No. African American studies.
When you look into the etymology dictionary, it says partially ironic or sinister, right? Sinister meaning wicked, man. On the left-handed, man. Right? It says deliberately misleading. It says deserving or bringing disgrace or shame. Right? So this is a shameful culture that our people go through, subscribe to, man.
Right.
You know, it's filled with nothing but wickedness, man. right? Really, the you know, the different things you're doing to disgrace your people. This is what Eve does, man. You know, that's why the brother was saying, you have your father the devil, the lust of your father you shall do, right? Really, they're the true blacks, man. You know, Israel as a whole, you know, we're a righteous nation, you know, but 2/3 got to be destroyed.
You trying to read the definitions for the adjective of black, devoid of light.
Yeah,
Wicked.
it says, yep, it says total absence of light.
Total absence of light. He ain't got no, yeah, it look like a different format a little bit.
Yeah,
He ain't got no motherfucking light in him, man. Damn, this Edamon?
yeah.
Okay,
it's
the
like
top look normal.
Yeah, the top was normal. They kind of changed it around on me.
You know, but that's Eve, man. He completely devoid of light. Okay, you know the scriptures talk about that. You know what has thou to do that thou should take my covenant into my mouth. Okay, to declare my statute that thou should take my covenant into thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction and cast my words behind thee, man. Okay, so Eve is completely devoid of light, like the adjective of black said. Y'all found it?
Yeah, we found it, but I know there's two main devils. I wonder if they in this group though. But I guess you could read it, but there's two main devils though that's in there. I just don't remember their names.
Come on, this is on Wikipedia. The founders of African American Studies. It reads. Let me go straight to it. Okay, it says intensive academic efforts to reconstruct African American history began in the late 19th century. It says W.E.B. Du Bois with the suppression of the African slave trade to the United States of America in 1896. Among the pioneers in the first half of the 20th century were Carter G. Woodson, Herbert Aptheker, Melville Herskovitz, and Lorenzo Dow Turner.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Go ahead, speak. Go, you have that, Dayala.
Right.
Read
So
it.
it said, you said what? It said reconstructed African American history.
Come on.
Right. So, hey, this devil sets up particular people. All right. He actually has his own group of historians. You know, when at the start of this nation, when he was starting to take control over the oil, you know, the farming. Okay, basically all the resources on the earth, right? He started to take over. He started to create his own education for people, to program people to be slaves, basically, right? So when he came to these particular renowned historians, he asked them if they could alter history, alter true history, and they said no. So then they got their own historians to alter history and to teach it in the different school systems, you know, which they started school before it was homeschool, right? So all these different things that we've been taught, this devil's been teaching us lies. They make us think that we stop at Africa. Where were we before Africa? We was in Jerusalem. Okay?
Yep. I just got correction from one of the elders about Revelation chapter 12, verse 14. The first breakdown, as we said, as we was wilderness is Africa and nourish here in America, he said that is the correct breakdown. From the elder from LA. Slakia, go ahead, bro. Yeah, the water. Hey, cause someone get where there's no counsel. Cause this is another reason why we do need counsel, and that's why the brother broke down that this repetition is key. We got to keep going over the scriptures, because sometimes you forget things.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But you got to go to, you know, as a brotherhood, we got to go back to the council. Like, hold on, bro. Let me make sure I ain't going off and I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? But see, I'm humble enough, and as most brothers is humble enough to say, you know what? I was wrong. I effed up.
Yeah.
We'll go to correction. You know what I'm saying?
Rather be that way than to be wrong and to be justifying yourself in your error. Okay, it says be abashed at the error of thine ignorance. It tells you in the Apocrypha. Okay, so you know, speak not against the truth, but be abashed at the error of thine ignorance. So we say something wrong and we get corrected, that's a part of the spirit is to say, you know what, Salakia, and correct it. All right? You know, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
It's a growth process. Hell yeah, because you can't tell Jake shit. Straight up. I know coming out of the world, you wasn't telling me a.
Oh yeah, no, you got it. But yeah, so that's another thing too, where it talks about in the end times, where it talks about the 10 wise virgins, where the 10 foolish virgins who did not trim their lamps, they didn't have no oils in their vessels, which the oil goes into this word. We ain't be trying to break stuff down to y'all again. It's just hard enough trying to remember and go over and repeat.
We gotta get the oil for ourselves.
Video's gonna be going. Ain't gonna be no text group to be like, hey man, is this? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be depending on what's important for salvation at that time, and doing it to the end, and holding fast to that which we has learned. Okay, these are the deeper breakdowns. They are important. We eat the roll. We go teach the children of Israel. But once shit hit the fan, you ain't finna be fighting. You ain't finna know what that means. We ain't finna be out here trying to break down. Yeah, see the serpent. Then we flew with the wings, and then we went to in the wilderness. Then it was slavery. Then we gonna be like, shit. But I think it's a
Go to
video.
them that buy.
I think you might can get some internet actions over there.
Go to them that
Go to
Go to them that sell and buy.
For
You
sure.
might have to go for that. Shit.
I ain't
You know
selling
what?
today.
Damn, bro. You know, just so happened this ain't a watch, but nigga, got to go.
So like if I'm not mistaken, the scripture talk about like if you don't know a certain thing to put like to hold your put your hand over your mouth.
Basically, you know, if you have not, if you cannot answer, yep, put your hand on your mouth. But there's going to come a time where, like the scriptures go into, where you shall not be a reprover. The Lord says He's going to make you dumb before them, and you shall not be unto them a reprover. Okay, so that time's coming. Well, wit's going to withdraw itself and hide in its secret place.
Oh, but who knows how it happened? You might be like Zechariah, John the Baptist's father. Before he was born, he couldn't say nothing. He was dumb the whole time. You might come and ask, "What do I do? What is this? How do you break this down for me?"
Just give up at the.
It's over with.
I gotta
So
go.
who knows how it's gonna manifest? But that's
Right.
definitely true about because right now it talks about the 2 golden candlesticks that's leaking out the oil. Okay, I think that's in the book of Zephaniah, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, which there's multiple levels, the 2 tribes, and then there's the 2 actual individuals that represent. Okay, but that golden oil coming out of those golden censers or those candlesticks is just truth being pushed into the 4 corners of the earth, man. Okay, and once that flow is shut off, ain't no oil gonna be coming out. It's over with. It tells you that in the Apocrypha. Brothers can get them precepts where it's like, you know, truth shall the wit shall withdraw itself.
Yeah, I know they hold some precepts over there.
Whatever y'all, okay.
This is Proverbs 11:14, where no counsel is,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
people fall,
Yeah.
but in the multitude of counselors there is safety.
Right, where no counsel is, people fall, but where the multitude of counsels is, there is safety. Okay, there's another precept that says, do nothing without counsel, and once thou hast done, repent not. Okay? So, yeah, that's good. You got that.
Come on, I got the one in 2nd Esdras, chapter 5 and verse 9, and it reads, "And salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into his secret chamber."
Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into a secret chamber.
There's another
Is there
verse.
more?
Come on, yep. "And shall be sought of many,
Right.
and yet not be found."
Not be found. That's some foolish virgins that's gonna be seeking and trying to get the breakdowns when it's too late. They was right the whole time. Wait a minute, what does mean again? What's the name? Yeah, I always would quote this when Elder Menachem Zachbar said, "Well, Yasha, what is it?" Too late.
Then it says, "Then shall unrighteousness and incontinency, incontinency, the water,
Self-control.
be multiplied upon the earth."
Yep. So therefore, then shall unrighteousness and incontinency be multiplied upon the earth. Because there's not going to be any. The Most High is not going to be dealing on a level of continuing to put that spirit of, don't do that, don't do that. He's going to let all hell break loose. The spirits of vengeance is going to be out on a mass scale. Okay, you seeing a glimpse of that, and you seeing we getting closer and closer. This individual that killed 6 people because he didn't get the stimmy. His baby mama wouldn't give him the stimmy, man.
Oh yeah, them 4 family members.
Yeah, you know, he killed her daughter, which I'm assuming wasn't his own daughter. Killed the brother, the mom,
Cuz.
the cousin.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Shot the
Shot
sister.
him, cold blood. Had her bleeding on the porch, talking about he trying to get me. And she offered to give him some of it.
She offered, yeah.
450. She said, I'll give you 450.
He wanted all of it.
He said, I'm get that
He said, I
stimulus.
wanted half.
Yeah, that's what he said. He wanted half.
How many kids did they have?
They had
They
one
had
together.
multiple kids, so she.
They had one, and
so-
she had.
so-
Yep. So
so-
she got.
so
And then for herself, oh, she did get.
Oh,
broke
she had
off.
some. She got broke off.
She got broke off.
She
And-
got broke
hey,
off.
Niggas will kill for 1,000.
Oh yeah.
She got
Let
broke
alone-
off.
Let alone
Three-
100 for
Not
that.
three-
Threefold.
Yeah,
Not saying that was, you know, that was
They ain't
wicked.
gonna
That was
justify it.
wicked for him to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
I
that was
get what you're
judgment.
saying.
At the end of the day, that was judgment. You know what I'm saying?
was.
The Lord had that happen in that specific way, and for all four of them to get judged. Period.
And then he got his judgment.
And he got his judgment coming to him too. He's about to get Ruth. Ruth. He in here to the Lord come back. And you know, unless they you know, hanging. Shit.
Yeah. Let's say yeah. Lethal injection. Whatever they gonna do.
It's over with. The nigga took a dead soul off the street, and then he judged the rest of those 4 dead souls because they was all dead, man. Who knows? Unbelievers, Jesus believers, same thing in my book.
Parents being innocent.
Exactly.
Hey, and that covering is not of the Most High, so it's not a covering. It can't protect you. You out there with a village with no walls, man. You an unwalled city. At that point, you know.
Ready for the
Anybody
taking.
can just run in and just had to take the spoils, man. Where no hedge is, there for the spoil is ravished, man. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, go ahead.
This is Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh. I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord.
Right, so there's a famine coming of hearing the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? You know, there's going to come a point in time where we're going to know through the Spirit whenever that manifests. What we're going to know is not going to be a wise thing, you know, and even going off to be out there still trying to preach. And Salakia, you know.
You know, you got to deal with it in Babylon.
Right.
Go ahead.
But you know, hey, so when that time approaches, we're not going to be doing this no more, okay? And this all hell's going to be breaking loose, man. And people going to be getting judged left and right. We already see it now, man. These mistress women is bringing out these damn foul beasts. Can't even call them men, you know? You have to agree with E for these what is it? It even talks about that brute beasts. You have to agree with E. They less than a man.
Facts.
3/5 of a human being, nigga. You just a walking meat sack, living off of your motherfucking pleasures in your flesh, man. You see, the congregation of the dead.
Yeah, right.
Meat sack.
I mean, we was in that state before we repented.
That's right.
You
I
know,
was about to say, being made estranged unto the Most High. You know, because before we was noble. We had that rank, man. We was of that noble state, man.
right?
And this truth is bringing us back to that. But them, they're still degenerate, man.
Like it's Jeremiah 17. Oh, Jeremiah 17:4, Jeremiah 2:21. But that's about to back up. That's what we saying. The brother talk about the state that we in now, how we were before. Well, check this out. Check this out, right? Go ahead, whoever bring him out, we're going to hit him back to back.
I got Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4, and it reads, and thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage.
Yeah, part of that heritage is dealing with what? Our customs. Okay, that's all a part of our heritage. When people talk about heritage and culture, this is something they associate their life and customs with, right? I got a little joint. But anyway, that's the joint fresh. But when you talk about men having more than one woman, when you talk about women only dealing with one man, when you talk about women dressed up in modest apparel, when you talk about men dressed in our ancient garbs and keeping the customs and keeping the high holy days, fearing the Lord, okay? You know, when I mean, you know, our ancient garments, all of us wore garments before.
Down to the foot.
Down to the foot, the fringes, other different things that was added onto that. You know, just like I said, different feast days, the high holy days, things of that sort. Right.
So just if you want me to, like the bro was talking about our former state and our current state.
Yeah.
Okay. The Most High is a husband unto Israel. We're likened unto his woman, his bride, his wife.
Yeah.
Okay, that word husbandry goes into caring for land and animals and so on and so forth, protecting and caring and providing for things underneath your household. Okay, all right. So the Most High did that to us. Now let's talk about farming. Just summarize it real quick. If you growing plants, which I've recently been getting more into, you're gonna find the best plant, and you're gonna say, "Let me take these seeds because I want them next year." You're gonna keep doing that every year. Oh, this one grew good. I want that one. Oh, this one was sweeter. I want that one. So the Most High groomed us up as a nation. I'm gonna give you my laws. You know, we're gonna purge out the rebels. You know, whenever somebody went off, they got swallowed up, and they got this, that, and the other certain things happen. Okay, and so by the Most High's mind, well, I got rid of all of them. Just speaking as a man, because we know he knows what's gonna happen already. But just speaking as a man, look at it from that aspect. Oh yeah, you know, because it talks about the vineyard. It should be good at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, but what? How then are you turning into a degenerate plant?
Jeremiah 2:21.
I did all this.
Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 21. Yet I have planted thee a noble vine, holy, a right seed.
Right.
How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?
See, I planted that good seed. Y'all was supposed to be the big, ripe, juicy grape that I could go make the wine with and just be sitting back chilling. Nigga, where these sour ass grapes come from? Ain't enough sugar content in here to give me no bubbly. that's where the carbonation comes from. The yeast and the sugar and all those different things create carbonation. And this is flat as hell, sour. Nigga, this that dry wine. I don't like dry wine. I don't know about y'all. But that's when all the sugar then been eaten up by the yeast. That's where you get dry wine from. You know, these sour grapes with a low sugar content.
Right, or that wild olive tree, man. We basically became degenerate by taking heed unto the ways of the other nations. We stooped down to their level.
And there's other things too the scriptures talk about doing in the scriptures with regard to plants. It said heap dung upon the roots. You know, there's a scripture that talks about that. And what does that do? That provides nourishment for that tree. Well, the wild tree ain't gonna get that same benefit. For you to go gather up the cow dung and put it around the bottom, and ain't who doing that to a wild tree? Because you ain't gonna be there long enough to come back and see the fruit necessary.
Right.
You see?
Read down to verse 23.
Jeremiah 2 and 22. For though thou wash thee with nitre and take thee much soap, yet thine iniquity is marked before me, saith the Lord of power. How canst thou say I am not polluted?
How can y'all say you're not polluted? How can you say you're not defiled? How can you say you're not sick? Right? This is the mindset of our people. They say they're not sick. So they saying what? They don't need a physician. They don't need Yahweh Shem Yahushua. I'm not polluted. I'm not defiled. And clearly we are, bro. According to them, they're saved. According to them, they're already saved, bro.
He think that our whole need is not a physician.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
How canst thou say I'm not polluted?
Right.
I have not gone after Balaam.
I am not going after Balaam. we haven't served of the gods. What you mean? But yet they're doing it through these different idol worship ceremonies, what they call the practices of what? Christmas, Easter, birthdays. You know, all these different things, they all go back to the practices and ceremonies. Everything has an origin, okay? Everything has an origin. Just because someone masks it up doesn't mean the origin of it and what it goes back to doesn't changes. It doesn't change.
Like with the words, the original meanings of the words, they don't change.
Don't change.
But
bro.
he perverts it, man.
Exactly.
It makes it seem like it means something else.
Right. It makes it seem like it's something that it's not. There's an origin for that word for a reason. The word is supposed to only have one meaning, not double meanings. You know how much confusion that is? A word having multiple meanings? That's stupid. See, this is what happens when you deal with a bastard tongue. Because this really is a bastard tongue that we speak. And a lot of people, since this devil's in rulership, it's one of their held high esteemed tongues.
Right.
Knowing English.
Yep. They're in rule.
Because they're in rule.
Right.
But really, this is the worst stupid speech that you could speak of, you could think of. Of course, you'll have people to come, or, well, why don't you go back and try to speak yours fluently? I mean, you could try, but when you operate in the world, who you gonna talk to? Nobody.
Other than other brothers who's trying to speak it for him.
Right, that's it. People
That's
gonna
it.
be looking at you. What are you talking about? I can't understand you.
Yeah, that's why it really is good to have a working knowledge of the Hebrew. You know, as it pertains to the scriptures. You know,
Yeah.
know what certain words
Going
mean.
to the words. And going back to that
Prayer.
precept, that precept that bro read, it said that they said we have not served after going after Balaam, right? But see, there's a precept I can't find, but basically the Most High didn't have to look hard to find the blood that's upon Israel. The Most High didn't have to look hard to see your sin. The scriptures talk about though your garments be as crimson, you know they shall be white as snow, right? Come reason with me, and I will cleanse you of your sin. So, hey man, right now you look like a bloody mess to the Most High. Okay, the Most High can see what you did. You can't hide it. It's all on you. You know.
You don't even have to look. You can
You
see it
don't-
when you
gotta
do it.
Walk up through there. These niggas is filthy.
Go ahead, bro. Some more on there.
Jeremiah 2:23, continuing on. See thy way in the valley, know what thou hast done. Thou art a swift dromedary traversing her ways. A wild ass used to the wilderness that snuffeth up the wind at her pleasure. In her occasion, who can turn her away?
That's it.
Dromedaries are camel. Camels go on journeys. You know, they're journey animals. They go across the desert and all that. You know, and the scriptures talk about, you know, under every green tree have thou worshiped these other gods, man. Okay? Jake is everywhere, man. Like we said last week. Jake is into everything, any religion. Jake is at the forefront of pushing it as far as zeal goes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, dealing with like a stubborn camel, bro. Oh man, bro. If a camel don't want to move, it's over with, bro. That thing is not moving, bro.
Yeah.
Like if it crouch down, like it,
Yeah.
it's over with.
They're just gonna sit there and graze on that grass.
Them humps become mountains, nigga. Your ass is through. Hey, what happened? Was that in Aladdin where the camel spit on his ass?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The stubborn
Yeah.
camel spit on his ass.
That's Jake for you
Over with.
I got one. Just the book of Judges, chapter 10, verse 10. It says, "And the children of Israel cried unto the Lord, saying, We have sinned against thee, both because we have forsaken our God and also served Baalim. And the Lord said unto the children of Israel, Did not I deliver you from the Egyptians, and from the Amorites, and from the children of Ammon, and from the Philistines, the Zidonians also, and the Amalekites, and the Moabites, did oppress you? And ye have cried to me, and I delivered you out of their hand. Yet ye have forsaken me, and served other gods. Wherefore I will deliver you no more. Go and cry to the gods which you have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation."
You know, and so we find ourselves in this situation. As bro reads that, you know, a thought just came to my mind. We find ourselves in this situation now where what they tell you in the world, they say if you give your child something, they're not going to appreciate it because they didn't have to work for it, right?
Right.
So we know it's not by works that you're saved. But now we're in a position where faith without works is dead as hell. Okay? Children of Israel, all they had to do was cry out. The Lord just said, "Came rest. Here you go. Come on. Get off my child." They're kicking their ass. Get out of here.
Right.
It was like, oh, Daddy gonna come help us.
Yep.
We can do it again.
Yup.
Daddy gonna come. This time, Daddy ain't coming while you sitting on your ass. Daddy said you gotta sacrifice something now. And even then, that ain't gonna guarantee you. You see, now we're in this position of difficulty, this straight gate, where we have to not only work, but hope and pray that we endure to the end.
Hey, just like in the time of Adam, you know, we at first you ain't have to reap no food. You ain't have to go sow, toil the land to get food. You just walk, pick the food right off the tree.
Another one popped right up. As soon as he took that first one, just
Right.
another fully ripe one.
The earth was at her fullness, right? But then when we went off, what happened now? Now we gotta work to eat, man. we get bread by the sweat of our brow, you know. So just like the bro was saying, now we're gonna really appreciate when the Most High give us the kingdom because we had to work for it.
Right. Every man getting that penny. Everybody get that same penny, bro. And whether you born the heat of the day for 11 hours or 10 hours, or whether that 1 hour when you come on the 11th hour. Either way, everybody gonna get it, and they're gonna have to put in some form of work. You see, I had to get with the flow real quick. You come at the end. We got to hop to it. You see what I'm saying? So, hey man, you know, that's it right there, man. You know what I'm saying? That just came to my mind when bro was reading that. Like, it was easy then. Jake ain't appreciate that shit.
Hey, that's the wrong wax back and kick. You know?
They was forgetting too quick. Like, damn, nigga, just think that was something. It was easy for me, but nigga, it wasn't a light thing though for y'all to just keep on doing this shit. You taking my kindness for weakness now, you know? Lord had to just show us, man. You know?
Just like that
Yeah.
time whenever Jake was complaining in the wilderness to Moses.
Yeah.
Yep.
What?
We should go back to Egypt.
We want to go get our back beat again.
Oh man, you
Hey.
want us to die out here?
And that's
We
hey,
had food.
that goes back to Isaiah 30, because I think it's verse 12, because that's the point I was trying to get to. Because Jake, you know, one brother did a video. He was saying they strengthen themselves in ignorance, right? And freedom is slavery. You know, you guys wanna go back to your regular life. Well, you going back to oppression. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, because having knowledge of the truth really makes you free, man.
Right.
It puts you on another level, man. You know, even though, well, let's just say in the maybe the first, maybe the second Matrix. Okay. Well, I don't know if it's the best example, but you in the Matrix. We ain't like Neo. Okay, we can't just leave this motherfucker and just go sit somewhere in this place where we ain't touched really by shit.
That was when
we here.
Neo received the spiritual power.
Right, exactly. So we here. You see what I'm saying? But we're free to the point that we can see through the design. We can see the code.
You can, yep.
Oh yeah,
You
like
can
how
see the
Neo
code.
was.
You
Yeah,
can
Neo was seeing
understand.
green. Yep.
Yeah,
Salaki.
he's seen the word. Yeah, he got the manipulation of it later. Okay, which Lord willing, we get that too. But we can see the code. All right, so we know how to kind of maneuver. We can tell when the flesh is doing certain shit and be like, okay, let's rebuke that. That's some bullshit. Okay, we can see when the enemy we are not, like the bro brought up.
Right. Basically, Neo was given the eye
The
salve.
eye
man.
salve.
He
The
could
eye
see
salve.
everything that was going on.
Yep.
And when he, you know, like one of those characters, he's like, "What's this?" You know, he could see like this ain't nothing regular. You know, he had a filter, so to speak.
Yep.
The scriptures give you a spiritual filter in this a matrix, man.
Man, that's a great advantage, man. That's a great advantage to be able to be not ignorant of Satan's device, to see certain things.
Okay.
You know, even little things, you using them and then you come to your mind, the spirit tell you something. You know this one, they use this to try to put some mark. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, this is some bullshit. It's gonna lead to this. You know what I'm saying? Be mindful. You might want to start doing this because pretty soon you're gonna be able to work. So you might want to try to change it up and do something. You see? It gives you those little hints to kind of guide you in a way to kind of, okay, nigga, you can avoid this shit, nigga. You can weave it and shit, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is getting sideswiped out here.
Yeah, it gives you prudence.
All right. Niggas is getting sideswiped and uppercutted, blindsided, snuck in the back of the head, stomped. Niggas don't know what's happening. But your ass, you missed it. You missed it, nigga. I saw that one.
Right. It makes you wise as a serpent.
Yep.
And harmless as a dove. You know, serpent know how to maneuver.
I got it. I appreciate it.
Quick one. This is Matthew 13 and 16. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear.
Yep. Blessed are your eyes for they see and your ears for they hear. Because many people desire to know this information. Okay? He knows certain things and he's seeking, you know, that foresight on the left-hand side. Okay? Which the Lord's allowing him to know he's going to lose. But he's just going to keep doing what he want to do. You know? But look at 2/3 of the house of Israel. Romans 11:7. What is it? Israel have not obtained that which is seeking for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blind. Jake looking for the truth. Jake looking for a way out. Jake looking for the answer.
Jake looking for rest.
Jake looking for the stimmy.
Peace. Yeah. Jake want peace.
They want peace. Yep. But they're not gonna get it on their side, and even being awakened to know that you're not gonna have that on this side,
That's even worse.
it's a game changer, man.
Yeah.
You okay? It sets your expectation level.
Yeah.
Elder Yatazak was speaking about it out there in the Dallas camp, I believe it was last week. He was like, yeah, you know, we get to a certain level where we realize, well, brothers is going to be going through certain things. You know, so you get in the mindset of, bro, I need help every now and again. Because we all going through this, we all going through that. We get it, the Lord going to keep us at a certain level. And there's going to be certain shit happening. And that's why there's the interconnected weaving that goes with the body. We all support the different members, you see? So, yeah, man, it just it truly makes you free, man.
Especially like Micah 2 and 10, how this place is not a rest, because it shall destroy you with a sword destruction.
Right.
Hey, you don't want this shit to be your rest, man. I'm glad motherfucking shit happens to remind me, yo, fuck this place. You know? Fuck this place, man. All
Yeah,
this
man.
bullshit happening, bro.
That's how the Lord will do it. You might be good in one
I'll
area.
be chilling for a little bit.
You might be blessed in one area, but there's something else that's just gonna prick you in your flesh.
gears.
It's gonna grind your gears. You know, whether it be your woman at home, or whether it be at your job. Okay, your work, you catching hell at work, or maybe your finances ain't completely straight. You got struggle with that. Of course, the Lord gonna take care of you, but you still gotta struggle.
You gotta deal with the flesh. You gotta deal with, what did it say? You brought that precept out, and every now and again it'll come up, and I'll be like, nigga, it's true. You say this earthly tabernacle presseth down upon the spirit. You know,
And yeah, basically how your mind
live
music,
upon the thoughts. Yeah,
music upon many things. So your mind's going
Mile
100
a
miles
minute,
an hour, man.
trying to figure shit out. You sitting there like, damn, nigga. It's always, you know, certain brothers don't experience it, but for the most part, brothers, it be a million things to do, and you got this much money.
Oh, man.
You got this many things to do,
Yeah.
and this much money, and you like, where do I slide this to cover? Do I cover this? I'm gonna break a little bit, put it there, break a little bit, break a little bit. You know, it's bullshit, man. But you know what? Sometimes when you think about it, you gotta be like, you know what? I'm glad it's like that. Because if it wasn't, it would be too comfortable. It'd be too easy to just turn the blind eye. Well, there goes an alphabet person. Oh well, back to my money.
Give you that comfort.
Right, the comfort.
You see? Hey, the flesh got a real easy way of forgetting shit, man. Y'all got precepts.
I got the precept that called for. This is Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 12. It reads, "Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant."
Right. So the point I wanted to get there at 12 was you trust in oppression and perverseness. Right? This is what you're trusting in. Oppression. That's why Jake's so quick, man. Okay, man. Well, as soon as everything go back to normal, you know, we gonna be out here, man, with the hoes and this and that. Yeah, I can't wait till everything go back to normal. Yeah, no, well, your normal daily life is slavery.
Yeah.
You're a slave, okay? You're a slave.
Jake misses the liberty to destroy themselves on many different levels.
Yeah.
You know, they can't commit as much adultery as they used to because the clubs is all shut down. You know, and, you know, and so on and so forth. I'm sure they still doing these drugs and shit. I ain't never smelled so much motherfucking weed in the history of weed, nigga. I ain't never smelled so much. Everywhere I go, I'm like, God, nigga, the nigga in front of me in the car smoking.
Yeah, bro.
God,
Yes.
what the hell?
They
Shit,
come through the
loud as
vent,
hell, bro.
bro.
Like shit. I
You
don't
have
want
to
all
change
that.
the switch to the vent.
Yeah, you gotta close it to the
Yeah.
the little circle shit for the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, through, you know. But that's the times that we in, man. You know, it's just crazy, man. Shit is just multiplying on an immense level. But you know, just like we was going into the flesh, and somebody get that feed me with food convenient for me. Okay, because you know the Lord got to keep us on a certain level. A lot of us, certain men are built to be able to handle a certain amount of money. Because there's so many things that come with that you got to think about on different levels, man. You know, even like, okay, go ahead and read that first.
Proverbs chapter 30, verse 8. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. Oh, this is more.
What, above it? Oh, yeah, it's the next one.
Yeah, okay. I start at verse 7. It says, 2 things have I required of thee, deny me not them before I die. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. Lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my power in vain.
Right. So Solomon's asking the Lord to keep him at a certain level. Okay, because when you get full, what does it say? Lest I be full and forget thee and say, who is Yahweh? Okay, so there's when your flesh gets to a certain level of accountability, bro.
You focus on the comfort. You ain't worried
Ain't
about
worried
nothing.
about nothing. You know, but it's when you're vexed the most that you're sitting there and then you're thinking about what can I do to get rid of this stress? What can I do to get this up off me? Well, you got two options. You either go to a carnal way, which most people do. They self-medicate with drugs and weed and, you know, certain things. Or you can pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and guess what? It works.
Yep.
You pray to
Go to
Yahweh
the
Shem
scriptures.
Yahushua, bro, that shit will raise up off of you, man.
Go to the
You will be
scriptures.
like, damn, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. You know, spiritual attack, you know?
Yeah.
Spiritual attacks, man. Demons will come after you, man, and you just be sitting there stressed the fuck out. Like, what the fuck? Pray. See if it don't work, man.
Pray without ceasing.
See if it don't work, man. If it work.
Yeah. Our true comfort is in the scriptures.
That's right.
You know, that's why the Lord was saying, you know, the rich have received their consolation, right? We don't have any consolation in this world. All right, this is our consolation right here, the scriptures. You know?
Yep, and with the Most High not putting more on us than we can bear, okay, that's why he also asked, look, also, what's the second half of it? Lest I curse thee and steal.
Yes, lest I
Give me not too little, lest I curse thee and steal.
steal and take the name of that.
No, it's take the name of my Lord in vain. Right.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, that's the other aspect of it. The Lord's not going to just leave you out there fully forsaken, okay? Not while you're doing his will and you're being mindful of him. Now, he will test you. All right? Like he tested Job. You know, scripture say know how to be abased and not be abound. Or abased. The word base is in there, nigga. The base means the bottom. You know how to be abased, be on the low. You know how to be abound, mean be bountiful. So like I was saying, certain brothers might have certain money and be able to deal with that. But certain brothers might not have that money because you can't deal with it.
Okay.
You know? What come with that? Women, the
Temptation.
temptation of women, the temptation of this, that, and the other. Because you know they're going to be on you. It's real easy to get imbalanced. When you have access, it's a lot of fine women out here, man.
Yep.
And you got access to that. You got to be on a certain level to be able to even deny that, man. To say, nah, you fine, but I'm cool. I don't need all that bullshit you got going on over there.
Okay.
You know?
I got this precept right here because we putting our trust in the Lord, and Lord, will we continue on to the end? When this judgment comes, we're gonna have something firm to lean back on, okay? Because we're seeking after the kingdom. These jakes, they're gonna find that their refuge is gonna be destroyed. Okay? This is you know, and this is going into what the brother was talking about. This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 25. It says, therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what you shall eat or what you shall drink, nor yet for your body what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body more than raiment? Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? Right. So the Lord feeds the animals. You know, whenever you see a bird come down and they catch something, and they fly off with it. You know, the Lord just fed that animal. You know,
Even the cats, man. Lions, you know, the scriptures talk about are not two birds, are not two sparrows sold for a farthing, but not one of them shall fall without your father, man.
right. It says, it's verse 27 it says, which of you by taking thought can add 1 cubit to his stature? Right?
Right.
Go ahead. It says, and why take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow, they toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you, that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Wherefore, if the Most High so clothe the grass of the field, which is today and tomorrow is cast in the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat? Or what shall we drink? Or wherewithal shall we be clothed? For all these things do the Gentiles seek. So this is what the other nations worry about, man. Worry about money, starting business and growing wealth and all this other stuff, man. You know?
2/3 of the house of Israel too, like bro
Come on.
said, them ones that's all worried about building black wealth.
Okay.
You know, this is what the Gentiles seek, meaning those that are in the world, man. Okay, you know, outside of this truth, man. You know, and particularly in regards to the 2/3, because that's all they do. That's all 2/3 about. I gotta get my money. I gotta do this. You know, it's in every song. Getting money, getting bitches, getting clothes.
I got 6 jobs.
Man,
Like, come on,
people
now.
up in the uproar about Kim Kardashian got this fucking grill with opals in it. But you turn around and then it's like, oh, it's 2 other Jakes that already did that. 2 Jakes that already did that. You know, or maybe even 3. You know, but it's like, nigga, yeah, that shit look good or whatever, but people's in the uproar about this. What about all this alphabet shit that's going on?
Right.
What about that shit? You know?
Scripture says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of the Most
Right.
High."
Right here,
That's
brother.
right there.
Oh,
that's,
right
that,
here.
that's that same scripture.
Gotcha. It says, "For your heavenly Father knows that ye have need of all these things." So the food, the raiment, even a place to sleep. The Lord knows you need that. How you gonna do the work of the Lord and not have a place to sleep and not got no food, man? That's obvious. The Lord will provide that for you. You know, and sometimes we get into that and get to them like, damn, how am I gonna do this? Then you be like, well, the Lord been taking care of me so far.
Yep.
So let me just keep doing what I need to do for
Yep.
the Lord,
And that's just the
and
flesh.
I'm gonna be good.
That's just the flesh, you know, because you be thinking about stuff and you just be like, fuck. You know? But it works out, man. You know, you can't even just don't trip on that shit.
Can't even.
The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
We're going to have much more things that we're going to have to be able to roll through the spirit during. That's going to be way more troublesome than what we're dealing with right now. Just trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Just try to do the best you can and come close to Him.
Right. Verse 33, it says, "But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." Right. So whatever you need, the Lord gonna provide.
Book of Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not to thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil.
In all thy ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct thy paths, man. You know, and then you can't go wrong, you know, when you walking in the spirit. That's the true definition of walking in the spirit. In all thy ways acknowledging Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You see? That's it right there, because these words I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life, man. All right? Contained in this Bible right here. All right?
Scriptures also say, he that loveth the Lord hateth evil.
Yep.
So the scriptures tell you to depart from evil.
That's right.
Tell you that if you love the Lord, you're going to hate evil. Scriptures also say, hate the evil and love the good, roughly paraphrasing her. You know what I mean? So and we see in this society that it's the total opposite. You know, these people love evil. Okay? They hate what's really good. They hate what's right. Along with E. That's how E is. You see? Because he's saying everything that the Heavenly Father created. He says, you know what? All in his mind, he says all this shit got flaws in it. Everything. You know? So we gonna do it another way. And that's the mindset of these people, man. These people out here are just the congregation of the dead. Every single one of them.
That's why they always bring up.
Well, it's 2021.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be worrying about that now. It's a new day.
Yeah, and with that type of mindset is gonna get you people fucked up. You see, because I don't know who gave y'all that, who even gave you that that ideology to think like that. Well, it's 2021, so you know.
Upgraded and shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Bible didn't change, the Lord changed because it's 2021. Nigga, what?
Can't discern the signs of the time.
Like, exactly, like. I mean, like, come on now. Just because it's 2021, I don't care if it get to 2023. Hopefully it don't.
The Lord's still the same.
The Lord is still the same.
I know who gave it to him.
His ways don't change just because we're in a different different time.
Yeah.
Now there's things that we do for like how we move in the spirit, okay? Because like dealing with us being under the Romans, okay? When we was under the Romans, what was Paul saying? Paul was saying, look, man, we know we under the Romans, you see, but we gotta everything is lawful unto me, but everything is not expedient.
Okay, so I know these scriptures front and back. Pharisee of the Pharisees, master of the law. I know what things that we can do, but I know what things that's not going to profit me as well. So that's the same thing that goes along with us. You know, we know certain things are lawful for us to do, but we know a lot of things it's not beneficial. You see, so a lot of you people that's pushing that law, you off, man. Because according to the law, you know what you're supposed to do with two batis. You already know, but you can't do it. Why? Because you are not in rulership. But it is lawful for you, but it's not expedient. It will not benefit you. It's not beneficial. So what you do, you turn the other cheek.
Yep.
That's what that's going into through the spirit. You turn the other cheek. That's what we got to do. We're vexed. Filthy conversation of the wicked, which goes into mannerisms. We turn the other cheek. You see? They ain't talking about somebody come smack the shit out you. And you give me another. You know what I'm saying?
Do it again.
You know what I'm saying?
Face ass.
Give me another one. And that's what Christians teach, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. And that's why a lot of Jake be caught up of a stumbling block with that too.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it says you gotta serve your masters, and it says you gotta smack. You niggas listen to your boss and your supervisor, right? Right? He's your employer. He's your master. You're an employee. You're his servant. That's what that means. So don't try to twist that up, because we get you on all these levels. Go ahead.
Right, and then too, that was speaking. Who was the subject matter of these scriptures? People in the truth. Those are the people that was being spoken to. You have masters in the truth. You have men that are above you, for example, like camp heads and stuff, or the elder apostles. If a decree goes out, you gotta do that.
Yeah.
Whether you want to say it, you know.
It went a little further than that, just that too, because you had Israelites that was amongst different rulers.
Yeah.
Now I ain't gonna say the other nations, but the rulers of that time, of like someone of
Might have been another nation too.
like of a higher authority, where it's
Yeah.
like, look, if you in these houses, remember they was asking all these questions like, well, what if it's sacrifice to idols and this and that? That's why all this was going back and forth. Like, look. If it's messing with your conscience, don't eat it. Or if someone's below you, don't eat it, and things like that. But when you're dealing with these people in these different houses, because you got to think, we know what they were serving. We go to an Indian restaurant right now. Idols is gonna be everywhere.
Vishnu Krishna.
But we still gonna eat though. We gonna eat because we know this is all the Lord's.
Yeah,
Just like our jobs. We gonna go, supervisor say go do this, clean up on aisle 2, I'm gonna go clean up on aisle 2.
Yeah.
We don't buck up just because we know the truth. That's what Paul was basically trying to say. Look, just because we know all this, don't start wilding, man. Because Jake will start wilding. Jake, what? Yeah. Wait till I go to work and this devil say something to me. Oh, I'm gonna get on his ass. You know what? You only got 10 more years of this nigga. Because your ass gonna change. That's what Jake could do. Yeah. So Paul like, look, cool, man. Look, you know this, but just through the spirit, move in the spirit, man. Go ahead, bro.
No, so the brother had made a point. He was like, I don't know who told y'all could do this, but the precept I would be bringing out a lot came to mind. Isaiah 29:16.
Yeah, I should know that one was coming out.
It says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. Okay? And so, he turning things upside down is esteemed as the words of God. Okay? That's where they get this. There's a new age and there's a new God. A more tolerant, more loving God.
Yeah, this one devil came up and said, what did he say? He said, yeah. He said, well, Jesus would approve of vaccines. I'm just looking at this devil, I'm like, is this nigga serious?
You remind me of that clip that people be playing. I don't know. I don't even know people's names. The guy in the locker room. What? Y'all niggas tripping.
Oh, Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook.
What? Bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Oh, no, yeah, Russell Westbrook.
What? Tripping.
Yeah, y'all niggas tripping.
Like this is outrageous. But see, people, these are things that people should be in an uproar about. Because guess what? The Lord would never say nothing like that. Never. The Lord would, I believe that's it right
On
there.
the corner up there, I believe so.
Yeah, that's that one right there.
On the corner, yeah, the Lord will never approve of these different things you hear. This is blasphemy, man. Hey, cause somebody, what is it, Daniel 7? They said that they should speak great words against the Most High.
Because they say the Lord will be okay with trans, the Lord will accept gays. They say all this madness, and it's like, what?
Which, you know, like the brother was saying, is they say it's a new God and a new day.
It's a
Yeah,
new
man.
day. It's a
But
new
really,
age.
It's an old God. It's from the past.
Amos, you got something already?
No.
Amos 5:18.
Come on.
This is why Scripture
You
say
got it,
stuff
brother?
like this. Huh?
I was saying the brother got it.
You got something too, don't you? Oh, you just finished. You got some more on there.
Oh, yeah, it's some more,
I got a quick one for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Malachi chapter 3 and verse 6, and it reads, For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
Yeah. Lord don't change. Once his people, always his people. That's why Paul said what he said. He said,
Has he forsaken his people? God forbid. For I'm a Benjamin. Or
I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin.
Yeah.
Romans 11.
Romans 11.
You know, and a lot of people try to say that when Yahweh Shai came, okay, that he brought something forth that was new. You know, like, oh, all of a sudden now there's mercy and stuff. There's always been mercy.
Yeah.
The Lord always had mercy.
That's what Hosea chapter 2, basically because there was no mercy, no judgment in the land.
Well, that's how the Israelites is dealing with each other.
Alright.
Exodus 20:6 says also, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. So the Most High always had mercy. Okay, you know.
Yeah, and
To a degree.
And the mercy is only going to come, the sure mercy of David is only going to come to the house of David. That's it.
Yep. That's it.
The elect. All right. Romans 11 verse 1, I say then, have the Most High cast away his people? God forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. The Most High have not cast away his people, which he foreknew. Would ye not what the scripture saith of Elias, how he maketh intercession to the Most High against Israel, saying, and we ain't going to continue on, but the point is, as he read, go ahead, Malachi.
Come on. Malachi 3 and verse 6. For I am Yahweh, I change
I
not.
changed not. You see, and Paul backed it up. He said, whoa. Lord ain't cast away his people. I'm an Israelite. What you talking about, vocab? What you saying, man? See, you see, I just know that. he through, man. Anyway, though, but when you start to understand and hear these speakings, vocab is a Paul basher. He gets put in that category too. Because when you start to talk against the scriptures and say this and that, and you know, the writings is to hook to the Gentiles, and these are Israelites. I mean, these are heathen and this and that. Well, you know, you're a Paul basher. Because Paul didn't write to no.
You better false witness.
Yeah, Paul's apostleship was to the Israelites, who's going to receive that mercy. All right, now I called for something. I forget what it was.
Amos 5:18.
Yeah, I called for something
Daniel 7.
Daniel 7, real quick. Daniel 7, so we can hit the point. Bang bang. Because we spoke about them talking about the Lord approves of this and the Lord approves of that, and then you mentioned how they always mention. Well, I guess you read yours first.
Go ahead.
This is Amos chapter 5, verse 18.
Hold on, can you say what you said again? You said that new God, whatever. What you say?
It's
Right.
a new age.
It's the new age is a new God, which really it's an old God.
It got in the 20th century.
Right. It goes back into what? Serapis Christus, man. Right, and then it got reincarnated to Caesar Borgia, all right, in this whole Jesus Christ, man. It's the same thing they've been doing before. So they're trying to push that same vibration, man. You know?
Everything under the sun, man. Recycling these old deities over and over.
That's it.
Combining them and remixing them and shit.
That's it. That's all it is.
It says Amos chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you?
Right.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
But now according to the new God and the new age God, now according to that, it's a whole nother, you can paint a whole nother picture. 2 different pictures on the wall, and you be like, wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. And that's why they always say when we speak, they say, well, not That's why they always say,
my
not
God.
my God.
Not my Jesus.
That
God
must
is an idol.
that must be your God.
It's funny because that's the end of this Jake video, man. Video. That's what he say at the end. Not my Jesus.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Go ahead, bro. Salaki, if I may add, bro, if bros, I don't know if bros remember, but there's a show called American Gods, and it basically goes into all those different idols that Americans, basically worship knowingly and unknowingly through the things that they do.
Yep. Right. Like we were saying, Christmas. You know, these other Valentine's Day, Halloween, all these different things, man. They worship these gods unknowingly.
That's why I said this is not your rest and destroy you even with a sword of destruction. Because you be going off, you don't even know it. You gotta pray for sins known and unknown. You don't even know what type of rituals you done been exposed to. You never know.
Like with these with Jake down in the Caribbean, man, they be doing something called Carnival, right? And they be talking about talking about Bacchanal, right? Which that goes back to an ancient Greek god, right? The god of reveling. You know, that's what Jake be doing out there during that carnival. All types of adultery.
They'll be wearing shoestrings.
Yeah.
And then it's funny because I seen this chick, she on Instagram, and I think she got a whole ass husband, but she be on there showing her body, working out, showing angles of her butt.
That's where the
and
money
shit.
at, though.
You be like, what the fuck?
That's where the money at. But see, that's where the money's at. And then it's like, bro, the woman is so uplifted in the world behind the body, bro. Bro, that's her job. So she like, nigga, I'll leave you, nigga. I don't need you, because she really don't. You know how many millions that the nigga woman just made off of OnlyFans? Not even just them, women, period, made off OnlyFans, bro.
Yeah. Stock's probably
Millions.
up for them niggas. Bro. I had to hop on the OnlyFans stock.
Yeah, I wish there was. I would have bought in that shit. Shit.
Money.
But they made millions off of that joint, bro.
Literally.
Like, literally. And so their mindset is, look, nigga, I'll leave you. Because, look, at the end of the day, it's different from men. Like, people like to say, like, oh, no, it's the same. No, this shit ain't. Like, it's different. If we just walking around, start asking women, oh, you trying, well, it's not saying to do it, but we just saying it. Oh, you trying to get piped down today?
Trying to see something strange for a piece of
A lot of them be like, and depending on if they're in dire straits, they're gonna say yeah, but
I know what you're
more
saying.
women, they're gonna like, nah. But let a woman walk out here and just like, who want this? They're what?
Gangs of niggas.
Gangs, like,
come on. You know
man.
what's funny about what the bros mentioning? The ratio of women to men. The ratio of women to men, we're really a scarcity.
Yes,
Hey,
yeah.
let Kevin Samuels tell it, or the women that be on Kevin Samuels tell it, it ain't no men out here, There ain't none. But Kevin Samuels is like, no, most of them just ain't doing what you want them to do. They ain't where you think they should be at.
They're like, where the good men
Oh, he's
at?
talking crazy.
But
But
I know who y'all talking about.
then now Kevin Sells brought out a good point. He says a lot of you women want traditional men,
But you don't want to be traditional.
but you don't want to be traditional women.
And then also too, see, a lot of those men, like we just mentioned earlier about those riches, that what comes with those riches. Well, more women are chasing that man that has that level of money that you want. So he's got options, and your ass ain't right a lot of the time, so he ain't gonna choose you. Or if he choose you, there's a condition of it's gonna be you and 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 you. And they don't want that either. And so now they just go around complaining that there ain't no men, but
There it is.
And now that's why you got the MGTOW movement. Men is going unique out this joint. They just like, you know what? I mean, and they going humming. They playing with their laptops and stuff. Like there's men are finally saying, you know what? It's cheaper for me to go play with the laptop than then deal with you crazy ass women. That's what they're doing, bro. Men is like, you know what? I ain't getting married no more. It's like, we not trying this again. I'm not dating. I got a laptop. I got OnlyFans. It's over with. I'll spend my $30 on OnlyFans, get 1 or 2 joints they can look at, have a whole access for a month, and deal with this crazy ass woman. And that's why, and women are feeling it, bro. Y'all think y'all run this shit, but bro, women are through right now, bro.
That's what's gonna bring in. And it's gonna keep crescendoing, man. It's gonna keep growing, man. It's gonna bring in that Isaiah 4:1, because the real men are the men of the Lord, man.
Yeah, but they don't want real men, bro. They don't want men that's firm. We don't want men that has this this alpha male mindset. They don't want that, bro.
Austerity.
Because guess what? Guess what gets pointed out now of you're controlling.
Toxic masculinity.
You're controlling. You're trying to control me, right?
Man.
All that type of language is going to be gone once
It's already.
the Jacob's trouble and start to exist. It ain't going to be talking about don't tell me to go over there. Don't tell me to do this. Don't tell me to do that. Who are you to speak to me like that? It ain't going to be none of that.
Right, right back to what we were saying. That refuge is going to be destroyed.
Exactly.
You trusting in E, that's going to be destroyed. So now it's going to be like, well, shit, people are dying everywhere. There ain't no food.
None of that.
I almost got eaten by a lion. What am I supposed to do? You gonna see one of the men of the Lord out in the corner where we're, or in a house where we're chilling. You're like, oh, can I get with you, please? Ain't no evil touched them. They're gonna see it.
They gonna see that demon on your ass and you gonna get rejected.
What we got?
Not in my house.
I got
Stiff on
Daniel 7:25.
What you
It's
got
a
about?
spin move.
I'll be out.
That's funny.
I was just, I had that a woman shall confess a man.
Yeah, hit that first.
All right, Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth.
Yeah, that's a new thing. This new thing of women ruling over men right now, that's something new. That was a prophecy that was going to take place for our disobedience, basically. Right, go ahead.
A woman shall compass a man.
Yeah, this is what you're seeing happening. Women are compassing men. And for you, that woman that made that comment talking about the Israelite woman is going to be over the Israelite man, you got another thing coming. And for you to say that, and for you to go on that comment board and say Israelite, you out of your goddamn mind.
She said Israelite.
She one of them Yahuwah followers, nigga. She one of them.
Yahweh.
She one of them Yahuwahs.
Y'all gonna take this L. What they said?
Yahs.
What do he say? What's my man to be rap battling?
Which one?
One who say he just another lost nigga.
Yeah, he like, you gonna get this work.
Yeah.
You gonna get this work. You know what I'm saying? That's my man. What's
he
his
always be
name?
like, beloved. I forget his name, yo. I forget his name. I know
The brother that just said the Israelite joint in his joint.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway, like you, man, y'all, look. Yeah, look at you women, all you 2/3, all you rebellious jakes, y'all about to hold this L. For sure. Y'all about to take this L.
Loaded Lux.
Yeah,
Loaded
Loaded
Lux.
Lux, yeah.
That's it.
Y'all about to take this, y'all about to take the big L. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
This is Daniel chapter 7 and verse 25. And it says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and he shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
We wore. We through. We had completely wore out, man. You know? Like, shit. It worn out. To worn out. To worn out. You
This
know
ain't
what I'm
worn out, then I don't know what is.
saying? Right.
Stand on this damn concrete, I don't do right now. I thought these shoes was comfortable.
God. And
Right, 'cause we was able to walk through the whole wilderness. You know what I'm saying? He kept her shot straight. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, our garments was straight the whole time. Didn't disintegrate or nothing. Right.
The son knows how to beat down some stuff too, so the Lord was working. Right?
Go ahead.
We finished the music.
and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time.
Go.
That's what we in right now, man. We in the hand of this devil, man. You know? Good, bro. We gotta get out of here. Go ahead, bro.
I got some more. Amos chapter 5, verse 19. It says, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and laid his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. You know, so it's going to be peril after peril after peril. The Lord's basically going to be playing with your ass before he put you to death.
Near-death experiences, man.
Ooh.
All those things can kill you.
Yeah. It says, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it?
You know, and there's a scripture that say, and those that look out the windows be darkened, which means that the future is dim. Okay, so there's gonna be a dim. You ain't gonna see no way out. Go ahead.
That's it. There ain't no way out. And guess what? The world is open. Well, I didn't say the world, because in other places went back on lockdown. But America's opening up until the 31st. You You know what I'm saying? So
31st.
So America's about to open back up for everybody to get crazy and get
This
back to
one?
normal.
The pride's about to
March
increase once
31st,
again.
yeah.
Wait, what
Yeah,
happened?
so it's about to be popping again. Yeah, they about
Watch
to
out for the surge.
they lifting the mandate.
Watch out for the
You know what I'm
surge.
saying? Where it's gonna be instead of the little 15, 20% capacity, whatever you got, it's gonna go to a higher level and more people can be out on the streets and things like that. But like I was just telling Eve, I'm like, look, man, I said them opening this thing back up, even though there ain't about to be another, they said there ain't gonna be another stimmy. That's what they saying, right? But I said, look, this shit is about to, I don't know how they're gonna do it, but this shit is about to be a big setup. Because they're gonna have to do this digital vaccine. How they gonna do that? They're gonna have to push something else out. And then when they start lifting, just lifting shit up, and, man, this shit's gonna go down, bro.
Watch out for that surge, because they going to say, oh, it ain't work. It ain't work.
It ain't
Everybody
work.
got to get it.
Yeah.
And, wait. What's the date? He said by May. He want everybody?
May 1st.
Oh,
Mayday,
yeah,
Mayday,
that's
Mayday,
convenient.
Mayday.
Mayday.
Yeah, Mayday.
Yeah, distress call. We need to get these niggas
Now,
down.
April, what's going to happen? They going to inflate them numbers.
Run it up.
They're going to run some hundreds, whatever that shit is.
And then we talked about the like the digital passports that other countries are doing, and like Walmart's a big supporter of doing. Like we say, bro, these little stores we go convenient joints is about to they ain't gonna get knocked off the grid, bro. It's only gonna be these big joints, big box stores that have the capacity to do this and that.
Maybe like 7-Eleven might be around.
Yeah.
They got chains.
With that too, the gig economy is going to be gone too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these different big stores, they got people that go in there and shop for people.
Yeah.
But then you got
All these got their own shoppers.
Everybody.
Walmart got their own shoppers
Everywhere
now.
you go, Home Depot, all the Walmarts, Costco's,
It's only a matter of time.
all of them you see them all doing shoppers.
Even
Yeah,
Aldi's,
Costco
Aldi's
does
too.
do online orders. I think they
So-
might be doing pickup.
And then it's that too, bro. Whereas a lot of people are about to get wiped out by online. My mom don't go to Walmart no more. Guess what she do? She go pull up and they drop it in her car. And before she was having it delivered to her crib. She like, oh, she's like, yeah. So that's how I'm doing it now. I said, oh, it's over. She like, I ain't put me going back in there. I said, oh, I mean, that's convenient, but they're about to get people. This is how they gonna snag everybody by the convenience of it.
Yep.
But she's gonna be able to go to the store once they do the vaccinations, all that, cause she got it. So she gonna have her digital passport. So she cool. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Cool.
gonna turn from that little swipe the phone to I got my chip.
Yeah.
Then I was Salaki. If I was gonna say, because you never know, they might end up trying to just an example. They might try to say, oh yeah, there's people that's making fake fake passes.
They
already
talked
said
about that already.
Like people making fake passes, so to the point where it'll be like, all right, the only way we'll know for sure is if you get this chip. That's just an example.
They already put that already.
Pull up a dummy program. And just it's green, all right.
Just talk about like the different barcodes and the
Yep,
fake passes
yep.
that they was talking about.
Yep. Yeah. There was what they called it was the forfeit passport. Yeah, they got him out there. But see, he already got that figured out, bro. All that figured out. He already got it all planned. Like, look, they gonna try this. They gonna try that. They gonna try this. So let's use these different steps and measures to play like we ain't got it figured out, but we got it figured out.
Right, because, hey, they plan out things years in advance, man. I've ever had this shit planned out 30 years ago,
Yeah.
Because, the C-night that
Crown Royale.
that Crown Royale was already being written in a novel,
Yeah.
right? So either that
90s,
person
right?
either that person who wrote the novel, he was an insider and knew what they was doing, and he wrote it down as they came up with the plan.
Shit, look at the Simpsons.
Yep.
Come on now.
Yep.
That's how them at least be communicating with each other.
And they can't say that they didn't tell you. You put it out there. Oh, we warned you niggas.
You put it out there, they don't even
That's
see
what the
it.
Amalekites believe in. If they tell you before they do something,
They can
you're
do it,
not
and they're
guilty.
justified.
What do they call predictive programming?
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's it. Everybody holding it. Ready out?
Yeah.
All right, so with that, we're going to give all honor, glory, and praises to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakadash.
double honor to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. All right, with that, we want to say shalom.
Shalom.
Abad babal.
Abad babal.
Hey, shalom.
Shalom.
Boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Not on this court.